Hi, welcome to Jayco. My name is Mike Applin, Senior Director of Product Development for all things luxury. And today I want to talk about the 2025 Northpoint and all of its new enhancements. For example, this is our 387. This is a front bathroom unit and it actually was redesigned for this year. We actually gave it a new pantry area, but more importantly, a brand new bathroom, which we'll see when we go to the inside. Based off of our popular and #1 selling 38 FBRK Pinnacle, we have the new front walk-in closet, we have the big bathroom, the big shower, the big bed bath master suite. So all of that has been redesigned for 2025. Now, as far as the exterior is concerned, some of the things that we really highlight is #1, we are a 102-inch true wide body, the same as our Pinnacle as well. So all of our products here in our luxury division will all be 102 wide bodies. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is this is a brand new graphics package for 2025. Different than we've had the last 2 or 3 years in Northpoint. We redesigned everything, all new fresh start. We also incorporated the black fiberglass here and an all black cap with a white stripe. Now, all of our front caps are all painted. We don't have any just fiberglass. They're all painted and clear coated as well for protection for the customer. And with all of that being said new, here at the beginning, we also have behind our storage compartment here, room for 4 to 6 batteries. That's super important for our customers because with all the people wanting to look at the different solar options, by the way, we have 3 different solar packages. Our top of the line, our EXT, it retails for almost $23,000. But when I say that it's got everything and then some that you would need to go completely off grid, that's why we call it our EXT package. But we have room for 4 to 6 batteries. This is also the compartment for either a generator prep, or we can also install a 5.5 Onan generator from the factory. So that's all up here up front. The landing gear, super important. We only run hydraulic. We don't run any electric systems at all. This is 6-point hydraulic leveling. It's all one touch. You can do it from around the corner on the back side by the docking station. You can use your phone when you pair it to your smart coach, or you can also use the BM Pro system. So there's 3 ways that you can actually run the 6-point hydraulic leveling. It also features hitch memory. So when you're at the campground, you get done unloading or unhitching your truck, when you get ready to leave, you can just pull it back in the same position. So it'll retain that height of your truck when you go to mate it to the RV. The next thing I'd like to talk about is our Max LP bottles. So what does Max LP mean to the customer? Simple, 120 pounds of LP capacity. Now, what you're typically gonna find, and we used to do this too for years past, we would do 2 30-pound LP bottles. That's great, 60 pounds of LP, but what if I could tell you that I could offer this on all my Northpoints and Pinnacles, 120 pounds. So you will actually double the LP capacity, which means that you'll have to change them out half as often. Now, if you're ever looking to compare, here's a nice little hack that you can use out in the field too. If you see this weld right here across the bottle, that shows that it's going to be a 40-pound bottle because you can see how tall it is. A 30-pound bottle will only be this tall. So keep that in mind when you're out shopping and comparing against our Pinnacles and Northpoints. These little features like this are things that are unshoppable and you cannot find them anywhere else. Pass-through storage, it's a big deal. Okay, so we have a drop frame. It's actually a 10-inch monster beam that we pair to our 12-inch I-beam. We do a drop to it as well, and that's where you get this unbelievable front storage. Now what's cool is you also have your built-in central vacuum system. You have motion sensor lights. You have outlets right here that are actually tied to your inverter. So these are 12 volt as well, okay? Cable satellite hookup, and then we also have our JBL controller. The JBL controller actually works your marine grade JBL speakers. Typically what you would do at the campsite is you would bring a portable speaker with you, maybe pair it to your phone, whatnot. That's great until you lose it. So we have built-in JBL audio right here, pairs your phone right to your outside speakers. Now you have the enjoyment of JBL quality outside as well. This floor plan, well, we do have a few floor plans that will offer an outside built-in kitchen, okay? That being said, if it doesn't have a built-in kitchen, you can do our optional J-port, which we actually have a patent on. That is a bar that comes and it has a little tray on it, in the back of the coach, you have a 2-inch receiver, just like what you'd have on the back for a receiver hitch. You put that in the hole, and then you can put your brand new Halo griddle, which is an option. It's standard if it's an outside kitchen. So you can see the new Halo griddle. This thing is lights out. This thing is phenomenal. We also give you a built-in Jayco bottle opener right here as well. But what's neat about this is it comes with a lid, and if you go search out Halo, it was actually voted the #1 outside griddle for camping in the entire industry in the top 10 brands. So we're using it. It's a newer one to the market, but they're actually taking the market by storm. They also have pizza ovens. They've got pellet grills that you can use with lithium-ion batteries. So check them out. They have a whole array of outdoor products that you can use. But this is a great heavy duty. You can see how much more bigger, beefier, robust it is than a typical outside griddle that you get from the RV industry. This is also galvanneal steel. This is all powder coated with silver vein. This is just on drawer guides that you can run it in and out. So I mean, when you're done, you can just push it back in and store it, and these just come in here. You can see how simple that is right there. Also comes with an outside beverage cooler right here, little refrigerator. We don't do any ice in these. We don't do any freezer space. What happens typically is you forget about the stuff, then it all melts, and then it gets all over your compartment in there. So this is a straight refrigerator, but it also is 12 volt. So you can use this when you're off grid as well. This isn't a 110. So any one of our camp kitchens will be 12 volt plugged as well. We also added for 2025, we have the outside spray port here. So you can spray off your front entry steps. Yes, you can always use a broom as well, but this is a neat little handy thing that you can spray them off and hose them on before and dry them off before they go inside of your coach. JBL speakers that I talked about. We also have LED lights throughout the exterior and interior, full LEDs. The benefit to the customer is real simple on that, okay? Brightness. Safety though, okay? We actually have a patent on our outside lighting system. It's called smart lighting. It's you know, one of those things where it's 360 degrees of driver intentionality. If I put my right blinker on, they're all gonna light up. If I put my left blinker on, they're all gonna light up. I also have reverse travel. So it's safety marker and reverse travel. That's the acronym of smart lighting. So safety marker and reverse travel. Outside steps, once again, we actually helped develop these steps with MORryde. When MORryde first came out with these steps, they were phenomenal, but they also didn't have a safety device built in. So that's where the built-in strut. Now you can get some, you can see other manufacturers that actually leave out that step because it's a cost factor, and that's okay. But once again, this is a safety bucket. So when I bring these steps up, the strut will keep them levitated up here. Let's face it, when we're camping, we have a cell phone, we have a puppy in our hands, we've got a drink, we got all this stuff when we're trying to operate the steps. The last thing we want to do is have them come down and hit you in the head or something like that. So heavy duty, safe, and they have the built-in strut assist. Last year we incorporated MORryde's new grab handle. You can see how far that telescopes out. It literally goes the whole length of the steps. So it's a great feature going up as well as going down the stairs. So that's standard equipment as well. The 2+3 year warranty, one of the things I really like to touch on that is, yes, it's 2 years. Yes, you're gonna find the rest of the industry is literally 12 months. So at 12 months and 1 day, you're out of warranty, right? Well, with every Jayco, you go a whole nother camping cycle of warranty. So is that a big deal? It's a huge deal because, you know, it costs money to do that, right? That's one of the reasons you don't see it on the other manufacturers. But me, from a personal standpoint, being a senior product director, I actually get that 2nd year of warranty as data, and I can take that data and put it back into the coach again. So if we have an issue with something or we find something that's not right, we're gonna pick up on that, and we're gonna make sure that next model year we try not to duplicate that. So that's a big deal with our 2+3 year warranty. Another thing is warranted for full-time RVing, okay? Full-time RV use. Every one of our Eagles, all the way up to our Pinnacles, and every fifth wheel in between, all of our toy haulers are warranted for full-time RV use. And to my knowledge, I think we're still the only one. I know we were the first to do that, but I still think we're the only one that does every one of our segments with a full-time RVing warranty. So moving on to another safety bucket for us is gonna be the wheels and tires. So we only run 17.5-inch rims and tires. They're made by Uniroyal, and like I said, most you're gonna find is gonna be a 16-inch. We used to run a 16-inch as well. Last year is when we went to the new 17.5. In fact, I waited over 2 years for this new tire to be developed by Uniroyal, which is a division of Michelin, if you didn't know that. So in your journeys, wherever they take you, you find a Michelin dealer, you find this tire. So 17.5 inch wheel and tire. It's H-rated. You're going to find a 12 or a 14 ply tire. Super heavy duty, and that's the foundation of our 5-star handling package. We also run CRE 3000, which is 3 inches of vertical travel of rubber absorption. So we do that. We do bronze bushings. We do wet bolts. We have Dexter axles, the #1 axle in North America. It has anti-lock braking on it. So the ABS system, anti-lock brakes, as well as built-in sway mitigation. Now you may say, not a big deal, it's a fifth wheel, may not need it, that's fine. But I will tell you this, when you do need it, you're gonna be glad you had it, because your tow vehicle has ABS, your passenger vehicle has ABS. Why not your fifth wheel? So if you get in a situation where maybe it's slick, maybe it's a wet road on top of oil, maybe it's going to be ice, anything like that, this system will react quicker than your brain will to your feet or to the steering wheel. So just another great built-in feature. I hope you never have to use it, but at the same time, it's standard equipment on all of my luxury products, from Seismic Luxury, North Point, and Pinnacle. Another feature that we have is the fifth part of that is going to be your kingpin, which is at the front of the coach. We have the MORryde rubber pin box. That gives you 3 inches front to back of rubber absorption, as well as 1.5 inches side by side. So the 5-star handling package is going to be on every one of my Pinnacles and North Points and Seismic Luxuries. We have a 4-star on the Seismic toy hauler. Talked about this in another video. This is where you access your spare tire crank. So it's just like your truck. It has a steel cable that comes down. You don't have to crawl underneath it. You'll get the same Uniroyal 17.5 inch for a spare too. We're not just going to put on some no-name tire that nobody's ever heard of just because it's a spare. We're going to go ahead and spend the money on that as well. In the back here, we never know the different campsites that you're in. Obviously, this floor plan has a built-in outside kitchen, but here we also put the 110 cable satellite. So let's say, for example, you wanted to bring a big picnic table with you, a 65-inch TV, maybe a smoker in addition to the griddle. You can have another one underneath your campsite awning as well. So these are some things that we talk about on the exterior of the coach. We also have a brand new water filtration system called Nev-R-Adjust. We actually have an exclusive on this, and you know, in years past, we actually had a patent on our 5-gallon drinking station, that we would put that 5-gallon jug in your pass-through storage. Now, this actually activates and does your entire house. That old system that we ran, which was fantastic and people loved it, it would work to the spigot at your kitchen sink, as well as your ice and water into the refrigerator. Yeah, well, that was it. But you did have purified drinking water. You didn't have to bring bottled water with you. That being said, this being a whole house, this is a 5,000 gallon capacity, 99.9% of imperfections in the water, if you will. But it also works off of a citrus-based system. So instead of running salt for a water softening treatment, this actually is a citrus-based, and it does whole house water softening as well. So when you're taking your shower, when you're brushing your teeth, all of that water is going to be purified as well. So standard equipment, the Nev-R-Adjust, and I cannot wait for our customers and our dealers to see it when we debut all of these 2025s, okay? That pretty much takes care of a lot of the things on the outside of the coach. Just a quick overture. Let's go to the inside of the coach, and I want to show you some more 2025 features. Moving to the inside of the 2025 North Point, this is the brand new revised 387. This is the 387 front bathroom. There's also some things here in the living room that have changed as well, so I want to make sure that we talk about that. One of the things that people always start off with and ask is our smart coach. So this is a full smart coach. I can control everything from this. I can control it from my smartphone. All I have to do is pair my smartphone to that. And then in addition, what's really cool, these buttons down here, particularly your slide rooms and your awning, they're actually not even a part of this system. A lot of people think that these buttons, like my slide outs and my awnings, are tied to the smart coach. They're actually not. They're actually hardwired to the node. So if I wanted to go here, and this is slide room number 3, I could run that out. If for whatever reason, heaven forbid, that my tablet went out, I could still get my slide rooms in. I could still get my awnings in if I was, in that predicament. So wanted to talk about that. Another cool thing was our new ceiling fan. So let's face it, a lot of manufacturers have removed ceiling fans from their products just to save money. That and many other things. We actually put money into it. We just don't decontent every single year. We actually put new features in every single year based off of customer and dealer feedback. And one of the things I personally have been chasing for a long time is where can we get and finally get a modern ceiling fan. So the new one actually moves air. It doesn't have the chain that likes to get wrapped up around the paddles. It has a nice aerofoil design to it. There are longer paddles to it as well, bigger arms. So when I say this thing will move air, it definitely moves air. But we put it in here, we store it in this little cradle. Yes, it is a remote control. You can remove it, but if you do, please don't lose it or it won't work. So I just leave it in here and I can control everything from the remote control. So that's our new ceiling fan remote. This area right here in this floor plan, nice little coffee nook area. That's why we put the GFI outlet right here. We also have our thermistors right here. These thermistors take the place of a digital thermostat. So these right here are actually Bluetooth. They work right off of your smart coach as well. But nice little area to put a little Keurig or coffee maker right there as well. And then you walk in, you got a little bonus storage. So this is the area, one of the areas that I was talking about that's new. Now, this floor plan had this on this side, but over here was where the washer and dryer was. We've since moved it up into the front walk-in closet area, just like I was talking about on the 38 FBRK Pinnacle floor plan. So you're going to get a lot more storage here, you can see, and we included adjustable shelves as well. So now you can make the height of anything, any cereal boxes or any knickknacks that you may have, and you can see that's going to be a great feature when we can be able to adjust every one of those shelves. But humongous storage in this pantry. This is one of the best features of this floor plan. Another thing that we talk about is the GE suite of appliances. Now, the GE suite of appliances, it's kind of a big deal because so many times you get these no-name, off-the-wall brands that nobody's even heard of. I always challenge the customer. I said, if you were going to build or buy a new house, I highly doubt you went to the realtor and said, man, can I have an RV brand in my new house? No, you're going to want residential stuff, and that's what we offer here. So this is a 20 cubic foot. It's an electric 110. It also has a built-in 1800 watt pure sine inverter, ice water digital display here as well, and then we also have the convection microwave 30-inch profile series GE, and more importantly, built-in air fryer. So when you're ready to do any cooking like that, it comes with a preset. You can just push the button. It might be mozzarella sticks. It might be, jalapeno poppers. It might be that type of stuff. But you can also program that any way you want to your own liking. So having a built-in air fryer, I mean, most people are bringing air fryers with them on the road. You don't need to do that anymore. Just like you don't need to bring bottled water anymore, because now we have purified drinking water throughout the entire coach with that Nuvo system. 24-inch oven. You see the nice steel elevated grates, different size burners on top. You also have a huge oven. People talk about turkey certified. Yes, it definitely is. But it doesn't make sense if an oven's quote unquote turkey certified, but yet you cook it and it's not cooked all the way through. It's not done. It's not finished. GE actually has their own cooking team. And when I say cooking team, they may spend a year and a half perfecting something, whether it be a turkey or even something as simple as a pizza. No more pizza stones. You always have to bring pizza stones with you when you try to do a pizza in an RV oven. No more. If they say, for example, it's 16 minutes at 400 degrees or 350 degrees, that pizza is perfect. That's their full-time job at GE. So super pumped to be able to offer that. And like I said, I still think I'm the only one in these price points that have all three of the GE appliances. Some of you may have one or two, but to have all three, and these two be in the Profile series, really excited about that. One of the other things that we really focused on this year was storage solutions, particularly kitchen storage solutions. So you can see, depending on the model or the floor plan, look at the size of this island. This one in particular has built-in cookie sheet storage right here. We also have pot and pan storage there. Then you turn around and now you've got places for all your silverware, spatulas, things like that as well. And why this is open, I wanted to talk about, notice how this is all finished hardwood. This is all solid hardwood. But more importantly, look at the dovetail jointed drawers. There's people that don't even have that in their house, okay? This is quality, and I will tell you, we don't buy them, we actually make them. We actually bought the machinery to do it. I don't want to tell you how much it was, but it was definitely in the 6 figures. We actually are building these in-house at Jayco. So dovetail jointed drawers, all your seismic luxury, North Points and Pinnacles, standard equipment, okay? We want to try to always give you the best, not just something that's stapled together or anything like that. We have the soft close drawers that we've had, and for this year, now we have soft close with the magnet cabinet doors. So you can see, I can let go, and you can see that cabinet all closing by itself. So that's new for this year. And you know, that was just more customer feedback, you know. For years, you had a little bullnose edge where you'd shut the door and it would just kind of click in this little spring and whatnot. Well, everybody's like, well, you know, we need magnets. We need something tighter, something that's going to be stronger. So that's what we did for this year as well. Tons of storage like I talked about, dovetail throughout. I mean, just look how deep these drawers are. I mean, it's crazy. Another cool thing is, and I've never seen this before, this is the first time that I've ever seen it, and I've been doing this for 27 years. A lot of times underneath the sink, all you'll see is a single cabinet, right? Not a lot of storage going on underneath there. Well, for the last several years, we actually had a pull-out drawer in all of our North Points and Pinnacles. We took it a step further this year. Now, we incorporated all of these extra drawers in there. So you can see all that wasted space that you're going to see in other manufacturers in their islands. Now we've incorporated, and that was just based, once again, customer feedback. Coming down here, this is a pretty cool new feature too. So we've always had the trash can pull out, that's nothing new. But this, now we have the pull out cutting board, and now we have the rectangular, just take all your scraps and go right into your trash can. So thought that was pretty awesome. That was something that I saw in, it was a parade of homes. And I'm like, I think we're gonna put that in our RVs. So pretty cool stuff. Another feature is the new do-it-all or all-in-one sink. So this actually, we store them under the bed for transit, but they come with 2 different trays in here on 2 different levels. This is actually a vegetable rinse right here as well. So you can control all of that feature from water coming out of your pull-out sprayer to coming here for your vegetable rinse. It also has a soap dispenser, and then this is a high-pressure nozzle right here that you put your glasses on, glassware, and push down, and it just fires up all that high pressure water and cleans your glasses for you. So the new do-it-all sink, super cool color to it. It's kind of a black chrome look to it. So really cool feature there. Another thing on that island, which is new, is for years, the last several, we've had a butcher block for a cutting board. And I know it was popular because older coaches prior to us doing that, it's one of the probably #1 hit list thing on our forums where customers are actually adding the flip up butcher block after the fact to their islands. Well, after doing that for the last 3 years or so, we just decided to take it to another level. So you may have heard or seen what's called a waterfall edge. So you take your solid surface and it goes all the way down the side. It looks really cool, but it really doesn't serve a function other than just it looks cool. Our engineers and myself, we came up with an idea. How can we turn that into a functional bar top? So based off of that, with some little magnets and some struts on there, you pull it out, and now look how that fits everything flush. There's no gap in it. It's not hanging down. Now you have another place to sit, play board games, have some dinner if you have some extra friends over or some kids. When you're all done, you just put your hands under it. There's 2 little clips underneath here. You just push those down. It drops down, and then you just push it in, and now it's back into a waterfall edge. So really cool feature there. Make sure you check it out. That's new on almost every single floor plan for 2025. However, if it has this island with a rear seating back here and a theater, it'll be on every single one of them. Okay. Another thing moving on is entertainment. In other words, sound entertainment. You know, it's really been lacking in RVs for the last several years. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time. And some of the stuff that was a little inadequate, let's put it that way. So we actually tested about 4 or 5 of the biggest name brands that you could think of for home audio. And we set them up in R&D, made ourselves a little sound room. We finally settled on this JBL. This JBL soundbar with its built-in wireless subwoofer, absolutely stunning. The sound quality is amazing. The sound volume is amazing. When I'm working shows or we're out doing training at the dealerships, we actually turn it on. I like to play the Matrix fight scene. It's just mind-boggling how you hear it all. And then I always ask the customer what's their favorite song. And they're just blown away from it. So if you haven't taken this, we started it in the 2024 model year. If you haven't taken it for a little demo, I highly suggest getting to your local Jayco dealer and taking that for a little test spin, because it is mind-boggling. Some other things, we run a 50-inch smart TV in this. It's all app-based, so it's all 4K smart. But another thing, I'm going to leave that right there. This is new for this year. So sitting over in the theater seats without having to get up and lower it or raise it. And one of the reasons that we actually use the televator is because some manufacturers will not give you a window back here. They'll build in their entertainment center like this and skip the window and the cost of the window. I love the window because I love the cross ventilation that you get. So we're going to stay with the window. That's what our customers, we've asked them, that's what they want, and that's what we're staying with. But if I'm over here, now you can see I can raise and lower the TV and never even have to get out of my chair. So that's another really cool feature for this year as well. You know, we put some stickers around on the coaches. It says open here. Well, guess what? Storage. So there's some extra storage here. All solid hardwood, nightshades throughout. Fabric on our furniture. So fabric on our furniture was one of the biggest hit lists. In fact, let me rephrase that. It was the #1 hit list last year. I always do a spreadsheet, and my spreadsheet has to do with a lot of things based off of our website, based off of our forums, as well as other manufacturers' forums. And the #1 complaint was fake leather. Some people like to call it pleather, things like that, that peel and crack. And, you know, basically the oil from your skin or your neck, you can always see it on the headrest where it's cracking up there. It's ridiculous. So we went to this fabric, and it's actually stain guard protected. Absolutely been amazing for us. We debuted it at the Hershey RV show last year in Pennsylvania. And within the second hour of the show, we had so many people coming up to us and say, finally, no more cracking and peeling and pleather. So this has been a big hit, and it's gone over so well. You're going to see the fabric in all of our towable lineups this year based off of the results that we had with our luxury product last year. Does it cost more? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I'm never going to trip over those dollars to pick up the pennies when it comes to things like this. So once again, based off of customer and dealer feedback. Another thing new this year is the removable tables. So you've got your heat, massage, reclining, things like that. These just go in here, and it's just one more cool thing. And you might say, well, Mike, where's the cup holder? Here's another thing that's new. We had some floor plans that did not have this center section in them, okay? If you don't have that center section, there's no cup holders. Well, not only do you get cup holders, you get the 110 and the USB in every single theater seat that's in a floor plan like this, okay? If it's one of the big sectional sofas like our 38 FBRK, that does not have it, but it will have cup holder tables in it, but it won't have room for this. But anytime you find a traditional theater seat sitting across from the TV, rear entertainment floor plan, that's new for this year as well. The garage or telescoping table. So we've been in development for this for over a year and trying to perfect it, making sure everything's great. Let's face it, this is typically what's referred to as a couples coach, right? So 2 people, husband, wife. Now they could have friends over, they could have some grandkids over, things like that to sleep, and that's wonderful, and we encourage that. However, if this is a 2-person, I can do this for in transit. I can pull it out just a little bit for some more room. If I have some more guests over, I can pull it out a little bit further, or I can just pull it all the way out. And you can see the size of that table. I mean, it's humongous. It's real easy. When you're ready to put it back in and you're ready to go down the road, you just pick up and you just let it walk its way back in. So that's new for this year. So anything that has a table and 4 chairs on it is going to have this new telescoping table. That's going to be standard equipment. We also increased the size of this. That's all solid hardwood as well. So once again, that's not pressed, that's not vinyl wrapped. Real solid hardwood is there. Real solid hardwood and all of your faces down here as well. So this is just a real quick overture on the inside. We can move up to the bedroom and bathroom area, to the master suite. But yeah, follow me, let's go on up. So in the new revised 387 North Point, this also has a half bath. Now it had a half bath last year in it as well, but because when we redid the floor plan and got the washer and dryer moved to the front, it opened up some more storage solutions for us. So we have a humongous floor to ceiling storage in this half bath as well. But once you see this, once you go in it, you'll realize how large that half bath is. But we'll keep continuing up to the master suite, but just wanted to mention this half bath in here as well. So moving up to the master suite, I've never seen a floor plan do this, and with the redesign of this where we move the washer and dryer up into the front walk-in closet, it still provided us with, you've got double cabinets here for extra storage. Otherwise that would just be part of the half bath and be useless. So we wanted to utilize every square inch we could, so we have 4 cabinets right here on the side as well. You can see how deep that slide is. Every one of our slide out rooms is going to have the deep slide. Some of them could be 10 inches shorter than this, but look what the result is at the end. So look how far away the bed gets away from the chest of drawers. So deep slide on everything. We got the little glass holders. You got places for your glasses, place for CPAPs, whether your CPAP fits on there or not. We also put 110s down by the side so it can sit on the side. We don't do anything up top. You may have seen some people with floor plans or companies that put these shelves up top. The problem with that is, and this is based off of customer feedback, with the wires and the tubes that are coming down, if you ever moved like that, your whole machine's going to come down and smack you in the head. So obviously we didn't want to do that. We've stayed away from those on the top. We keep them down on the floor, and everything's going to be a CPAP prepped. We also put USB-Cs in the side of the slide out room. And we also have what's called Bluetooth Low Energy, BLE switches. They are little black boxes throughout the entire coach that they run off of a watch battery, actually. They're not even hardwired, but they're all task orientated. So wherever you're at throughout the coach, it may be a ceiling light, it could be a dinette light, it could be a pennant light. In the kitchen, it might say water pump. It could, whatever it is, it's all going to be separate to that zone of the coach. So those are the BLE switches. We also have a 32-inch 4K smart TV standard up here as well. Bonus storage here. So you've seen where you could put some valuables down there. Huge chest of drawers. This is our return airs for our Whisper Quiet Air. We actually have dual Whisper Quiet Air, 15,000 Mach air conditioners. And when I tell you quiet, you literally can turn them on full blast and you don't even hear them. So really cool there. And one thing that I didn't mention in the living room, but I really wanted to talk about in the bedroom, is for this year, we're going with no in-floor heat registers. Now, we're not just doing it because somebody else has done it. We're doing it because we've actually taken 3 years to research this and make sure that it actually works. We took another manufacturer's floor plan and we actually tested, and it was up to between 30 and 36% less airflow and CFM heat that came out of not having the floor registers. A lot of manufacturers that are doing it, they like to use 4-inch tube and it just kind of winds and twists and turns, and every time you do that, you're decreasing your airflow. We actually, I'm not going to tell you how we do it, but we actually have a way that we actually got just a skosh more than what we had before. So I know that sounds crazy, but I don't want to talk out both sides of my mouth, but we actually throughout the entire coach have no registers. Some manufacturers that talk about no in-floor, they don't have them in the living room or the kitchen, but you have them in the bedroom and bathroom. When we did it, if we were going to go, we were going to go 100%. So there is none in our bathroom, none in our bedroom, none in our living room. That is all new for 2025 in all the luxury products, okay? So as we come up here, this is the part I was talking about that's totally redesigned. So this is based off of the popularity of our 38 FBRK Pinnacle, our #1 selling Pinnacle. So for this year, we used to have dual sinks and we used to have vessel bowl sinks. We got rid of the vessel bowl sinks. We went down to a single sink, all porcelain, tons of countertop space, single big mirror. We also incorporated some more drawers. So once again, all finished solid hardwood, dovetail jointed. Then you have cabinets below, cabinets here, and then the same thing for his or her side over here to match. So that's all new. We put a much larger shower in. This is a 61-inch shower. I think before it was a, don't even quote me, a 40-some, 42, whatever it was. It was more of a rectangular shower. We also had the washer and dryer, or excuse me, we had a window here with a little seat on it, and then we had a traditional front wardrobe. So we scrapped all that. All we did is copy and paste what we do in the FBRK Pinnacle, and now you also have the walk-in closet, motion sensor lights. I'm 6'2". You can see how I can walk all the way around in here and not even hit my head. So your washer and dryer moved up to here, and all of your storage solutions are up here. Plenty of places to hang clothes, and that front walk-in wardrobe is just huge. It's awesome. Customers are loving it. So that's the front master suite bathroom up here as well. 300-pound teak seat. We also do dual skylights up here. So I'm 6'2". Like I said, if we have taller customers, whether they stand on here or this side right here, we doubled up the amount. So now you have that much more headroom in here. Excuse me. Talking about headroom, don't forget about our arch ceiling up here too. So our arch ceiling, you notice how much headroom that I have? You're going to look in the other manufacturers, it's going to be a straight roof line. So you're going to lose all of that extra headroom. But for us, it goes way beyond that. It actually has to do with the way that we insulate. So we run a 6-inch rafter, and it never tapers down to the sidewall. It's going to stay 6 inches at the sidewall, 6 inches in the middle, and 6 inches all the way down. So when we go to insulate it, we're not having to pack that insulation down or just leave an insulation void 40 foot of the coach. That's what a lot of the manufacturers have to, because it just tapers down to nothing. So that's called our Magnum Truss roof, but our Magnum XL6 roof system is what we do in all North Points and Pinnacles. So this is the new master suite of the new 387 North Point. Once again, walk-in closet, master suite. Now we're going to go and we'll go out to the main living room and we'll finish up out there. So making our way back into the living room and kitchen area, I did want to mention our new steel steps. Our new steel steps give a lot of stability going up and down, but more importantly, you can also see underneath where we have the built-in shoe garage. So we wanted to make sure that we didn't have any squeaking or popping. A lot of times you have to build your step treads all the way against the wall. You notice these come inside, but a lot more stability coming down. And then this is also what makes the 387 is the half bath. So you can see that on the 360 video, or you can see it online on the website on the floor plan. Humongous bath and a half floor plan. So once again, as I walk around, we have no ducting in the floor. And as you pan around and see, you can tell, but we also have a built-in central vac that I mentioned earlier as well. That's going to be able to take care of any pet hair or anything like that that might get around. But everything comes out of the base cabinets. We don't have anything in the floor anymore for our heat registers. And I just wanted to touch base on that, because not only is it not in the living room, kitchen, it's also in the bedroom and bathroom. There'll be no in-floor heat ducts. That pretty much concludes the interior and exterior walk around of our 2025 387 North Point bath and a half floor plan. To learn more, you can visit us at YouTube or Jayco.com.